Hello everyone, Poke or Pokey here. I know it's been a good while since I've last streamed or recorded anything for y'all. In fact, actually, how long has it been? Now that I think about it. Let's check. It's been a month. Oh god. Alright, well, I guess I should kind of explain myself. So, as some of you may know, um, I was hurt all the way back in September. Starting from the beginning, I was working at my job and I dislocated my knee. Obviously, not intentionally, but nevertheless, it happened. And I have been dealing with the pain and with all the complex workman's comp there is. So, I found out recently that my knee is sadly messed up for life. So, they did a second MRI of my knee, and they found that the valley my knee sits in is super shallow, and because of me hurting myself at work, it caused my knee cap to completely slide out. It hovers above it now, but it won't ever properly fit in there, and I'll just continue to dislocate it for the rest of my life. So there's that. I've been dealing with the physical pain from that, as well as just the realization that there is no cure, really. The only thing that could be done is a total knee replacement, but that option isn't available to me because of my age. I'm only 24, and no doctor will allow that. So, because of that, let's go ahead and talk about the big D. So, as some of you may know, I believe I've mentioned it in a stream or two, but I do suffer with depression. It is something that I've been diagnosed with and I am medicated for, but it struck really bad during the entire ordeal, between having to deal with the pain and having to argue what seemed like every single day with the workman's comp company. It was just mentally and physically draining, which just pushed my depression to an all-time high. I have honestly been just struggling so much mentally, and that's one of the excuses I have for not really streaming as much, not really putting out videos and doing stuff like I promised. I would switch things on a dime so often, not out of just pure, oh, I think this will be more fun, but more or less like, please let this be entertaining, please let this be fun. Which I do apologize for. I am going to try to be more consistent again with streaming, with recording videos, even though I hate editing. I'm probably editing this, probably wanting to, you know, throw my monitor out the wall. Just because I don't like editing. I don't like editing so much, but I do it. I do it for you guys. It just, it's been a struggle. I have been dealing with depression for a long time, and just through this entire experience, it it just continuously kept rising and rising. I tried to, cope with it. I've tried dealing with it. But, when you're getting everything thrown at you like out of nowhere, it's something that is hard to deal with. And I obviously wasn't dealing with it very well. I was getting upset every day. I didn't want to get out of bed most days. Even yesterday, I was just in bed trying to stay asleep as long as I could. I'd recommend for anyone suffering with depression to definitely get yourself checked out. I shouldn't have kept feeling this way. I should have talked to someone like my doctor or, counseling, which I would highly recommend. If you have either available to you, go ahead and do it. It's a lot better in the long run. Even if it might not feel immediate, it's going to make things better. Trust me. But yeah, that's why y'all probably haven't seen me on as much or like talking in any of the available Discord channels to y'all. I've just been, either hiding off or just leaving my PC on something and then just laying in bed or laying on the couch. Just feeling sorry for myself, really. I do want to talk about something next that a lot of you might not know, which is triple D's. So I also suffer with what is believed to be depersonalization or derealization disorder. It's a form of DID that really affects your mental health. That's one of the reasons I've never done and never want to do face cam. When I see myself, I don't actually see myself. I more or less see a person that I know others see as me. That's one of the reasons I created the whole VTuber thing, was because I figured y'all wanted to put a face to it. I always want to put a face to a name. Even if I don't always remember either. It just, it helps for me personally. But I tried to do the VTuber thing, as y'all saw. And, I try to shy away from it because I feel like not everyone likes it. It's not for everyone, which I understand. But I just wanted to make it so that y'all had someone to see. Y'all had some sort of face so y'all could see some of my reaction at least. Even though it's not very expressive. I've always kind of felt, numb in a good chunk of my life. Emotionally, that is. I've never really felt like myself, or like most of the things that I do are real. I'm pretty sure I've explained how boring some of my dreams are, where I'm just sitting there texting someone and I'll like wake up and like, oh, those messages don't exist. Cool. I guess that was another dream. I've always been like a really paranoid person too, but I feel like that's partially where I grew up from. But again, that could be a symptom of it. I don't know too much on it, but looking back, a lot of things have connected since I've just been sitting here, just, like I said, stuck in bed, just thinking, just in my own head. I have also suffered from some forms of DID, including the, hearing voices and things like that. Different personalities, which I don't really like getting into, but I figured I should for you guys. It's a struggle, honestly. I am not always myself, in a sense. I do have other personalities that tend to come out, not very frequently anymore, but I still hear them in my head, which is kind of it might be a little alarming to hear, but I've been trying things that I've heard help people. So hopefully things get better. Things are a lot better than they used to be. In terms of that, I do have some hallucinations and things like that, but they're not as vivid anymore, and I've learned to control a good chunk of them. Now I more or less just have auditory hallucinations. They're not usually as big sometimes. It's usually just, something simple like, oh, somebody said my name, and I'm just like in a room alone. I'm like, okay then, cool. Hear my phone ringing, and I'll be looking at my phone and I'll still hear it ringing. I'm like, it's not doing anything. Honestly, about 4 or 5 days ago, I thought about streaming. I even hopped on some Fortnite to get a game in. And after I won the game, I like put my hands up to be like, yay, I won. And as I went to put my hands up in the air, my chair broke. I fell back, and the way B's and I's desks are aligned, I fell back and I smashed my head on the corner of her desk, and then I flipped around and landed on my good knee. So that's been hurting since then. It hasn't popped out yet, but it's been in a good amount of pain. And I actually just straight up busted a little hole in my head that was just peeing out blood. And I was just like, I've been dealing with some of the headaches and head pain from that. The first day sucked though, because both knees were in a lot of pain, so I was just struggling to like hobble anywhere, like to the restroom. A few more things I wanted to talk about though. The Minecraft server. So I haven't really had any money to put towards the Minecraft server, sadly. So for now, the Minecraft server is officially dead. Until one day I have the money to revive it. I haven't been able to get much work. I've been looking for new jobs and things like that. But because of my knee, I'm no longer able to do the type of work that I used to. I was very used to doing manual labor ever since I was a kid. I would, go help my parents work on houses, or help my grandparents, mow their yard, mow their lot, do whatever I needed to outside, inside. Like, I would help with anything trade based that I could ever since I was a young kid. So manual labor came more or less naturally to me. For those who know me in real life, it might not look like it, since last time most people saw me, I was a scrawny little twig. But trust me, I know how to do a good amount of stuff. Like I've said before on stream, before I moved up to where I live now in Idaho, I was down in Texas chopping down people's trees and burning them for money. Just with an axe. Sometimes I'd have a chainsaw, but it was one of those little dinky chainsaws that would die from having a little, like a drill battery. I forget what they're called. Oh, Robies. If I find a picture of it, I'll put it on screen. But yeah. So I've been struggling to find new work. I haven't been getting paid anything. I'm obviously not making money off YouTube. And yeah, it's it's been hard. To sum it all up, it's been hard and I just haven't had the energy to stream or record videos. I tried to record a few videos. Didn't turn out great, so I said, screw it, I'll scrap it. But yeah. Minecraft server is officially dead. So I'm sorry guys. I really am. But obviously y'all have seen me on FiveM. That's more or less what I've been doing. I've met a bunch of cool people on there. It's fun. I'll eventually have a video or a stream coming out about that, introducing my FiveM character and, you know, trying to get into some drama. I've just been grinding on it lately. But once some drama starts, I'm probably, you know, gonna have some stuff coming out about that. And I just want to thank you guys for everything, for, you know, caring and supporting me, my little YouTube channel here. Just want to thank everyone for watching. To everyone, have a great day.